Ahoy, 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 Earful Tower listeners. This is Oliver G here, and have you ever been walking around in Paris, looking down on the Seine River, and you've seen one of those elegant, beautiful, little, sleek, luxurious private speedboats go past, and thought, how I would love to be on one of those boats? Well, if you've thought that, then you're just like me. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I was looking for a special occasion. And I thought, what better special occasion than an Earful Tower podcast season finale? If you're new to this show, I do a season. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's about 25 episodes, sometimes themed, sometimes not at all, like this last season. And I try and go out with a bang, and that's what I've done here. We took one of those exact kind of boats I talked about. The company's called Le Bateau Français, and they do private cruises, kind of luxurious cruises, very beautiful, elegant cruises for just you and your group on the Seine River. And what I did is I took the extended Earful Tower team that's in Paris, got on the boat, and took it for a 90-minute spin up and down the Seine, and it was absolutely fantastic. So in this episode, you're going to hear from everyone on the Earful Tower team, and to keep it fresh, I asked everyone to come with some kind of secret about Paris that they've picked up over the past year, particularly if it's come from working with the Earful Tower. So that's what you're going to hear. Also, you'll hear the voice of Clement, our captain, with one of his secrets of his own, specifically about the Pont Neuf Bridge. And all this was recorded, as you'll hear, on the Seine River, going up and down in a boat, the Corto boat, C-O-R-T-O, from Le Bateau Français. A note on the right, the experience, totally incredible. It's always fantastic to see Paris from the water. The boat itself, really, really beautiful, perfect for the pictures. In fact, Augusta, our photographer, was on board too. She got some lovely pics, so you'll be able to see it for yourself on it was quite a moody, cloudy day, which made the pictures even more powerful, if you ask me. And so you can imagine the boat at home. It's small, wooden, clean lines, teak varnished, with a retro and authentic vibe. The boat, neoclassical vedette, made in La Rochelle, so neoclassical, recently-ish made, but to look in the 1930 style. Pictures on the site on theearfultower.com, links for Le Bateau Français underneath, and a big thanks for them for having us along. And at home, a big thanks to the Patreon supporters who keep this podcast going. Patreon.com/The Earful Tower. A little bit of intro music from Press Maxon, and we're going to share some secrets with you, me and the Earful Tower team. All aboard! Charlotte Pleasance, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm on a boat.
Well, this is the first time I've recorded a podcast as going under the Pont des Arts.
Yeah.
It's never happened before. The shadow just passed over us.
Amazing.
Let's talk secrets.
Absolutely.
You've been doing tours for like a year or something now.
Indeed.
It would not surprise me if your secret was found on a tour.
And it was found on a tour.
Spell it out for me.
Well, this secret has to do with a delightful little pathway that I found in the Marais. And I actually found it on tour with some guests. And we were wandering along. And I always encourage people, as you do as well, to pay attention, to look out for the hidden thing. And so they saw this little pathway and they said, well, what's down there? Should we go down there? And there was this beautiful red door at the end. And I thought, oh my gosh. I used to live in the neighborhood for 4 years and I had never noticed this tiny little street with this beautiful door at the end. So I thought, my goodness, absolutely, let's go down there. And we go through this magnificent red door that I had never noticed before. And it welcomes us into the Saint-Paul, the Église Saint-Paul.
And that's a beautiful église.
That is a beautiful église.
So you showed me down there the other day. It's kind of like you get in the side door.
Yeah, exactly.
Right by a big old Delacroix painting, I think.
Indeed. Yeah, Delacroix painting is inside.
So what's the moral of that story?
Moral of that story is, come on an Earful Tower tour.
Or go down every alleyway.
Yeah.
Or both, ideally.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's a great secret. On with the boat ride, I think. Look at that.
Under Pont Neuf.
Wow, good timing. Thanks, Charlotte.
Welcome.
Amber Minogue.
Oliver Gee.
How you doing?
I'm good, yeah.
Where are we now?
Oh my gosh, we're on the River Seine. We've just left the Louvre and we're sort of heading towards Notre Dame.
Okay. Have you ever done a podcast on the...
On a boat?
No.
No.
It's exciting.
It's really exciting. This boat is exciting.
This is a cool little one, isn't it?
I've been on many boats on the Seine, but never one as cool as this.
You're a woman of many hats as well.
That's right.
A sailor's hat can be added to the...
Let's add it.
But can you add a secret to this podcast?
Yeah, I can add a secret to the podcast.
Tell me, is it Louvre related?
It's Louvre related.
Well, you are an expert on the Louvre.
Well, I just found out this secret just the other day. So I was waiting for a group and they were taking ages. And I was talking to another guide and it was packed because it's Easter, absolutely packed with people queuing up to get in. And she said, you know, there's another entrance. And I said, oh, I know the three entrances. There's the main entrance, there's the Richelieu entrance, and there's a carousel entrance that some people think is a secret entrance. Oliver, there's another entrance.
Tell me.
It's called the Porte du Lion, the Lion Door.
Okay.
And if you walk down, where we got on at this boat, it's just there. So if you walk down the long gallery, so if you're going towards the Tuileries Gardens.
Yep. On the outside or the inside?
Along
the street?
It's along the Seine,
Okay.
that side, along the Seine, that side. There's just nearly at the beginning, there is another door. And it takes you straight in to the big gallery where all the Renaissance stuff in. It takes you upstairs next to Goya. You need a ticket. You can't need to go to the cloakroom because there's no cloakroom there, but it gets you right in.
So in other words, like when you say secret entrance, you get straight through. There'll be a ticket place there that you show your ticket.
Yeah, you've got to have your ticket already because you can't buy it.
This is great.
And like a lot of secrets, this information can be found out on the Louvre website. But no one knows. Honestly, I've been going to the Louvre and working in the Louvre for such a long time. It blew my mind.
And you do guided tours of the Louvre, as you've probably met a lot of the listeners now, I know, because...
I've taken some round on guided tours.
Are they nice?
So nice.
Okay, good.
So nice. I always take them to the wall, to the sort of origins.
Are people excited when they see the wall? Or?
They are excited because it looks so cool. No. We've gone around some guided tours. No, it's been great. We've had a really nice time.
Brilliant. And with that secret, as we pass on which is this? What bridge is this?
Oh, there's so many bridges.
We're really right in the middle of the Ile de la Cité, and that's the Quai d'Orfèvre, right?
Yes,
so
exactly.
We're approaching Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame is just coming up. You should be able to see it when we get through this bridge. There it is. There.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
All right, Amber, thank you for the secret.
You're welcome.
And can you send somebody else out here with a secret?
I'm going to send someone else out.
Thank you.
Bye.
Tell them to bring a champagne. Lina Nordin Gee.
That is me.
Have you, as we approach the Notre Dame Cathedral?
Yeah,
She's looking good.
looking splendid.
I was wondering if you had a secret of Paris.
Well, some might say it's not a secret, but I say it is. You know, to tourists, most people just don't go in there. And my secret is actually an art shop. And it's not just any art shop. This is an art shop along the Seine, really close to the Beaux-Arts. And it's called Sagnelli.
Sagnelli.
And it's an old lady of a shop.
Tell me why.
Well, Sagnelli, it's from, I think it's 1887. And it's the place that kept, you know, Picasso with paints, and Gauguin and Cézanne, and they even made like special paints for Picasso. But it's not just that. It's when you go into this shop, it's like a little wonderland of inspiration and creativity.
Can you describe it a little bit for people who are imagining?
I feel like, you know, if you've seen Harry Potter, you know when he goes into Diagonal Alley and chooses a wand, it's kind of like that. It's stuff everywhere, and it's like things you had no idea you even needed, and suddenly you definitely need them because it's just beautiful.
And what about for someone who's a tourist and has no intention of buying paint? Worth a look?
Definitely, I think so. I think it's a part of the city's culture, you know, it's inspiration, it's art.
I love it. Thanks for the tip.
Well, you're welcome.
Can you send another person
I
out?
will.
Augusta Sagnelli, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm on a boat.
Yeah, right? There's no bad moods on a boat.
Yeah.
As we pull over, I think the captain's probably talking to them about Notre Dame.
Yep.
But I want to talk to you about your Paris secret. I don't know where we're going with this one. I imagine it's something to do with photography.
Yes, it's more actually about photography and a little less about Paris, but important when you're coming to Paris and want to take photos, and so you don't have a photographer with you. The hardest thing, I think, or the thing that ruins a photo is when you have like another tourist behind you picking his nose. So sometimes you want to try to get photos, but you just have a bunch of people in them. And my secret is two things.
It's a double secret?
Yeah. Early in the morning, especially on a Sunday, no one's out. Parisians, they don't go out. Everything's closed on a Sunday morning. So you have the least amount of people on the streets. Great light usually in the morning. And also use a zoom lens. Don't use a wide lens. Even if you're on your phone, if you use a zoom lens and then get farther away from your subject, then you're not going to get all of the noise around you that is people crossing the street, and you're going to get, just you and your subject isolated with the background that you want.
So the double secret is Sunday morning, step back, zoom in.
Yes.
That's your motto for Paris.
Indeed.
And what about is there a place that you particularly can recommend people to go that's even better without tourists?
Any of the gardens. I think Jardin des Plantes, especially right now in the springtime, is not as frequented as, say, like the Tuileries or the Luxembourg, because it's a little farther down, and it just doesn't have as many monuments that people know about, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, thank you for the tips and the secrets, and thanks for a year of great photos. On with the boat trip.
Here we go.
Hello, Earful Tower listeners. I think it's my turn to come in with a secret of my own to round out this season, and I think it's perfectly fitting that I tell you this as we go past the eastern edge of the Ile Saint-Louis. Now, I know a lot of people know the Ile Saint-Louis. It's the cradle of Paris. It's where the Romans landed 2,000 years ago and basically started this city. But I think a lot of people that visit will stay up on the street level. You got to remember, this is an island. While it is wonderful to be up at the street level, go down any staircase, any ramp, and explore the water level, because the views are often stunning, there's often nobody around, and there's a lot to find. But that's not my big secret. It's a two-parter, and it's perfect because I'm looking at it right now. If you go to the far eastern end, past all the houses, there's some little gates that lead into a little park. There's nothing all that special, to be honest. But keep walking and stay to your right. And if you stay to your right, you'll see there's a small green gate leading to a big stone staircase that I'm looking at as we speak. Amazing. Go down those stairs, turn left, and you can walk all the way to the front of that island and all the way around the other side again. It's a very private walk, so private that as I'm sitting here looking at it, I see two young lovers smooching, content in the knowledge that no one's about to walk past them. Go and walk past those lovers, have some fun, enjoy the water level of that beautiful island. I'm standing here with the captain, Clement.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You must have a few secrets in this city.
Yes, there is one secret that not many people know about the Pont Neuf, actually.
Tell me.
Well, when you get to the Pont Neuf, everyone is fascinated by all these faces on the bridge, these kind of gargoyles defending the bridge from the bad spirits of the river. Well, these gargoyles are actually all ugly. They're all ugly except one. There's 381 faces, and only one is beautiful.
And you're talking about the faces on the outside of the bridge that you can see?
That's right, that's right. Just above the bridge, just underneath. When you're on the bridge, you can't see them, but when you're on the docks, you can. Well, one of them is beautiful. It's facing west, and I'm daring you to find it, actually.
Uh-huh. Does it look like you? Is that the...
No, it looks like a childish face. Maybe a woman's face. No one really knows what it is, but I heard something about it. I heard that it might be the mistress of Henry IV.
And was it Henry IV that made the bridge happen?
It was Henry IV.
How old is it? What did you say? Pont Neuf or Pont?
Pont Neuf.
How old is Pont? Like
Pont Neuf was
400
built.
Years old.
Yeah, it was built in 1602, and it means the new bridge, but it's the oldest bridge in Paris.
So I imagine if it's on the west side and we're about to come on the right bank side of the river, that it must be there somewhere.
It will be somewhere around there. I won't tell you where it is, but if you look around the corners of the bridge, you will find it.
Well, there's a good challenge for all the podcast listeners out there. Try and find the beautiful face. Send it in to Clement. Send it in to me, and I'm looking forward to finding it myself. Can we talk a little bit about the boat?
Yes, we
Is
can.
it your boat?
It is my. Oh well, it's the Bateau Français boat actually. It's not my own boat, but it's the company's boat. It is a classic, neoclassic. Let's call it like that, because it was made in 2006, but it's taking the lines of a Chris Craft commuter boat from the 30s. So it is a beautiful, classic old line made with new materials, and it's on the Seine almost every day of the year.
Lots of tourists from around the world?
Yes, from all around the world. Actually, this year we have a few French people also, which is a bit more uncommon. We have
It's French people trying to discover their city before the Olympics come, trying to get experts on their city.
I think actually the French people see me. These are more like French people who live around the river, and they see me going past, like they see me through their windows, and they come after a couple of years.
Well, wonderful. Well, thanks very much for having us today. I'm looking forward to finding this beautiful face and for the rest of the tour.
I'm very happy to have you on board.
So there you have it. We were on the Courteau boat from Le Bateau Français. Le Bateau Français, I've written it down in the show notes below, including the link. This is a luxury boat cruise, so if you're thinking to do it yourself, prices start at 1,100 euros, and that's for a group of 8. They can take up to 10 people. You can sit outside, inside, front of the boat, back of the boat, and it's truly a really awesome experience if you want to do something for a special occasion in the city of light, the city of love. A reminder, of course, check social media for more pictures at the Earful Tower, wherever you consume your social media. A note about this season of the podcast. 25 episodes, started in August, I think, and we sure did a lot of different things. There was not really any themes besides, as I look back through all the episodes, antiques came up a few times with canes. We did the first, second, third trip to Paris, so we were focusing on newcomers to this city. As always, we met a bunch of interesting people, including a handful of authors, actually. We recorded an episode in Australia, several, actually. We met with the mayor in Montmartre. We talked cheese carnage with an American who massacred a cheese and went viral for it. We talked to YouTube celebrities, content creators, language, jazz, Christmas markets. We did it all in this season, and the end of it focused, of course, on the 12th arrondissement, where we have just moved, me and my wife, Lina. So it's been a real ride this season. I'm glad to have shared it with you. Glad that everyone's been listening. And in the background of it all is I've been working on this Earful Walks, Earful Tower tours, walking tours, private tours. I guess I haven't got a name for it, but I can tell you this, it's getting quite popular. Lots of bookings. So if you want to check that out, walking tours of the Marais, Montmartre, the islands, and certainly more to come, you go to the earfultower.com/tours. And you can book a walking trip with one of these excellent guides that you just met on the boat. Now, that'll do it for this season. I've got good things to come. I won't jinx it and explain it in case I change my mind a little bit. And we'll see you for the next episode very soon. Merci beaucoup, and au revoir.